Welcome everybody to the channel. Welcome everybody to a new era of foot for this channel for me, and I think it's going to be a much more enjoyable one. Here's why. Forget about all of the nonsense that Champs has come to represent, that this mode has come to represent, Rivals has come to represent, the whole nine. Gauntlets, tournaments, everything. Everyone hyper focused on the menu, on the transfer market, on getting the next player, winning the next game to get the next biggest rewards, to typically pack nothing, but that's all the focus is, right? And so you get on the pitch, and the whole point is to get out of the game with a win. Doesn't matter what happens in between. Doesn't matter if you even play football, right? The easiest way to win, whatever shortcuts can help you do that, that's what a vast majority of the players are going for, which creates the ratty, trashy football that you see all the time, right? There's content creators that are so hyper-focused on the rewards, on everything off the pitch that, they'll compete and they might even do well, but it's not even good football. It really doesn't even emulate football at all. So the whole focus, have fun playing football. And part of that is utilizing not a team full of players just because everybody else is using them or because they have that one play style or that one body type or whatever it is, right? We're focusing on evolutions because that allows us to create our own players to compete with. Now, we're in the process of building the team, meaning, as you can see, there's still players that are in the process of being evolved. There's some that have completed evolutions but need one, maybe two more, maybe three more before they can step into the team. And that's pretty much how this is going to go for the rest of the season. Now, the rules are simple. Every evolution that we possibly can complete that will help bring a player into this squad, we will do, right? As you can see right now, we have 2 active. That's the most you can do at any given time. So those are what we're focused on. Once we're done with those, we'll go back into evolutions. And we look through and we find any potential evolution that could possibly give us a player that ends up in our squad. So for example, you see here this defensive shift, right? If I go into footbin, all right, and then I go into evolutions, and let's say I scroll down to defensive shift. Might be down here. It's been out a decent amount of time. Defensive shift. I first will look at popular, then I'd look at players. So these 3 are the most popular. This right back here looks super solid. Don't want that. Then you have this player here that can play right and left back. Intercept Jockey Plus. Intercept Jockey Plus, it comes with it. Justin stands 6 foot. 5'9", lefty. 4 weak foot. He could play left back and right. Mid right, potentially right back. So I really like this Justin card here. Blocking enforcer. Intercept. Jockey. Incisive pass. And relentless. Incisive pass. Enforcer and block. That incisive pass I like, especially for a wingback coming up the side. That Premier League tag would help us so much, though. So we look here at this Justin card. Then we'll go in. Go to transfers, transfer market. Well, once we get enough. Well, wait. Yeah, we do have enough. I invested in a bunch of wingbacks already as well. Just because tomorrow big evolution's coming. Try to make a few coins just because I had the coins sitting there. If not, no big deal. I just resell the players and get the coins back for evolutions. That's really all I need them for. So we're always going to have a pretty good surplus of coins for that reason. Because evolutions are never going to really cost us that much. So here's the thing. If we get him done, we could possibly create a great Evo chain alone. Maybe we put Ferland Mindy in there. We have an 84 Mindy. Or maybe we go in and we do the defensive shift with Justin, right? And then we put him in whatever Evo's coming tomorrow. Once I sell those defenders and either make coins or just get the coins back, right? We also have this. Chiampong, he's only turning into an 80 rated, but he's pretty beastly. 6'3", can play right back or center back. So I'm building him. You never know. Some of these may end up being misses. They may never get in. But if there's that chance, this is where it starts. So defensive shift, right? We go in. And for some reason, our boy Justin's not showing up there. Interesting. There he is showing up. Saved by the Bell. There he is. So I don't know why it does that, but if it does that to you, just go back in later. And look at that. Boom. We get him done there. So several options there for Justin, right? And we'll look at those after. And that's how you get to the point where you get some beastly players. I've been looking for this for a boost up to Adama. This would obviously his pace and dribbling are always going to be easy to get there, but we would need his shooting and passing to move up. But we would look at that, the dual threat, right? Once we're done with these two evolutions, we'll take a look at those and we'll start cooking up. But that's what we look for mainly. Then to fill in the gaps, there's obviously SBCs. So you look in here at the squad, right? This Gwyn card, I just did this SBC. She fits perfectly with, like Bompastor crushes on wingback. Gwyn's an excellent counterpart to her. This Tarsiane card, got her from the Team Pass, right? So she's an absolute beast to work with Aguado, or maybe Van de Ven ends up going in there, or Bjorn, and they get another evolution to jump ahead of whoever's in there, right? Khan, we obviously packed. That's our captain from the pre-order of Ultimate Team. Hansen, packed. And the rest, all evolutions, right? Like Ramirez, we packed him from a hero pack. But right now we're working on June Francis. Obviously going with an 80 rated CDM, I can sub her. But does it hurt a little? Yes. Not having a full Kim team as we build up, does it hurt a little? Yes, but we're not looking for results. We're already, 2-2. The results don't matter anymore. What's most important is playing beautiful football. And along the way, instead of just, fitting the mold, we're going to create our own beastly players. On the way to doing that, it's going to be a little bit more of a rough ride, but we're not worried about that. We're not worried about the rewards, anything else, right? We're literally worried about playing good football, building a great squad from evolutions. Along the way, if there's some SBC stuff like that, we get players along the way, so be it. But it means no going crazy over new promos, the transfer market, getting the X amount of coins or the rewards, right? And so the overall record may suffer, but the football is going to be more fun, more enjoyable. And that's why we're going with these tactics as well. Yes, you still need to use the 4-2 4-1-3s, the 4-2-3-1 wides, the 4-4-2-2s could work, 4-5-1, all that. But you can make it look a little bit different. So we want more attacking football. Therefore, as you can see, when we have the ball, right, we have our 4 going through into the attack with 3, essentially 4 forwards, right? Shadow striker, kind of a number, deep lying number 9, right? Sometimes Xavi Simons can be an actual 10, but he's mainly making runs in as a second forward. Then we have 2 inside forwards making those diagonals. Then we have 2 deep line playmakers that move up and support. That gap really isn't that big in a real game, especially when you manually trigger runs there. And then, of course, we have both of our wingbacks coming up to support, right? That are sometimes going to be making those overlapping runs around the inside forwards as well. So that's how we look. We get pretty attacking at any given time. You're going to have 8 players pushed up helping. Can you get caught sometimes? Yes. But as you learn to attack better, your defenders can recover pretty good. So we go with a balanced build-up style. Defensive approach is high. If we need to put some pressure on, we have the ability to put pressure on with both 4-2-1-3 and 4-2-3-1 wide. So that's the setup. That's the squad. Not result driven, but rather driven by beautiful football and then creating our own players to help with that. All right. Good D. What the heck? Maybe he tipped that for this game, so we'll go ahead and get Gene Francis out. And we'll go Ramirez or Cama. Let's work on Cama, because Ramirez is more of a box crasher holding. Kika is another evolution. We'll go ahead and keep Malin in for now for a second. See how he can hold. Okay, it was a tip. Okay. Good run there. Oh, bullied. Thought he was going to get that outside turn. Maybe should have used shield button there. Oh, no. We just got smoked. Kind of by accident, but got smoked nonetheless. Good, Tarsiane. Whoa. Good. Good run. Oh, terrible shot. Got to shake off some of that rust there. Oh. No way. Aguero's got that. Good run. Oh, I wanted to. All right. Good composure. Oh. We gotta just break down that wall. Overall, great attack. Oh, no way he got that. Good D. All the way out wide, good. Yes. Come on, Malin. Alright, Malin's gonna be good once he's evolved right now. He's not cutting it. Yes! Oh my gosh. Should have saw the auto tackle coming. Good. The delay there. We're facing some of that delay. I don't know if you noticed that. Not the worst. We can deal with it, but look at that. Alright, that's alright. We can handle that. We can handle that. Let's go with Claudia. Let's get Claudia out there. Or, you know, let's go with Kika. Let's give Kika a go. And then we're going to turn up the pressure a little bit on this guy. Oh, see? Very lucky there. Good. Take your space. No way he did that cleanly. Do you know how hard that would be to do? He didn't well, he did expect it. And it's 1-0 from that. Whooping this dude, we just gotta figure out a way through. See that auto defense? That's crazy. Goal. Beautiful football. Beautiful football there. Good D. Yes. Oh my, I turned it too much, eh? There it is. Bravo. Beautiful goal that too, mate. Terrible accent, I know, but Gio doing what Gio does best. You get her in tight spaces. She operates like a queen. Good D again. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Get scored on, but we hold true. 3 beautiful goals. 3 absolute beauties. Oh, too slow for me. Too slow. Gotta remember to do this. Whoa. Why did he shoot that? Why in the heck? He thought I was going to tackle him there. He felt footsteps, eh? Offsides. Good. I like it. Good Xavi. Way to keep your run up. Oh, run that near post. I should have player locked. Went near post. Once I saw that run wasn't being made. Man, he was through on that one. I got to be careful because there's that little bit of delay when you have the ball with like Agbedo or heavier players. They can get caught. We're going to stay in this wide setup. I really love what the attack's looking like here, man. And the opponent's feeling the pressure on defense too. It's not like they have good corner. Once I get a better like kick free corner kick taker, like I had Miyama, I saw what a good corner kick taker can do. Opens up the options a lot more for you. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, we read it like a book. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought he was going to play it across. As you can see, I slid with Agbedo. We got to tighten up there on defense. Get up. You ain't beating Narcian like that. Look at this run. Oh, too close to the... little bit of... Good D. Narcian again. Man, she moves so good. Get that Narcian card if you can. She's an absolute animal back there. Look at this second run. He doesn't see it coming. Boom. Send Xavi. Boom. Boom. You're in. Boom. Oh, no way, Kama. You gotta finish it. Good. What the heck? Guys, that was a beautiful football play, and it could have been done with our deep line playmaker making a great run. Unreal. Man, so this is the only area where I like looking at things like offline, like manager mode. Because the football you can play in this game is beautiful. If you have consistent gameplay. I've never seen nothing like that. That was crazy. Good, Agbedo. Good manual recovery. I'm loving the defense so far. Offsides. No. Kika does her thing. And that's going to be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. But the pretty football you can play here, but it gets kind of taken away because, you know, you got to worry about the gameplay, the way your opponent's playing. Like, you know, because rattiness can ruin your ability to play good football and what you have to respond to. So I'm still dabbling with that, going offline and playing like on legendary mode, manager a career, and building our own team, our own beast, which is kind of where I went with Evolutions. The reason why I stayed online so far is because I got to get to the point where I can really test it. I got to make sure it can truly be great football. Like you play it, and there's great football there, right? You gotta be able to have that competitive itch filled too, if that makes sense. All right, we got focus up. We don't want to. But the football that we're playing here with the movement, I mean, it's brilliant stuff. And we're still figuring out our team. We still have a lot of stuff to iron out. Good, that would have been an ugly goal anyway. I don't want any of the ugly stuff. Still figuring out in a lot of our places. Our chemistry's off. Turned right into him. I love how she just let his run go. Oh, crap. Dude, I'm telling you that Tarsi Ain, one of the best center backs in the game, without a doubt. Wrong player is supposed to go to Xavi. That's the football we want to play right there. You see what I'm saying? And if you have good gameplay and you're not playing someone ratty where it turns into a rap fest on both sides. And I have the power to do that. But yeah, as I'm figuring out these players, getting to know these evolutions, because you know they're entirely different from the players that you knew that you evolved, like the boosts and stuff they get. Let's see this. Can she catch up? No, she can't. Di Maria, nice finish. 4-2, 88th minute. We're gonna give him a shot to come back too. We're gonna keep playing attacking football and come right at him. No ratty stuff. Send our center back on a run. Why not? Oh, try to dance a little too much. Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a goal. Unbelievable by Kika. Look at this. Boom. Sharp cut. Put it in the air. What a golazo to end the game off. And that is a W. Beautiful football by the men and women there. You got to love that. That was huge. Absolutely huge. What a goal. Alright, let's take a look. Some beautiful football there without a doubt. That last one was pretty though. Gotta trim that one down. What Di Maria scored there on us. Try to dance a little too much. Here it is. Look at that turnout. So I did a hard R3 cut where you click in and push right. Right, a hard one. If you do it a little less abrupt, the ball doesn't go. But as you can see, it can be very effective to set yourself up for a shot. As I pressed R3, I pushed hard left on the left analog, or hard right on the left analog stick to make that hard cut. If you do it a little more subtle, it's a little more subtle. The ball's a little closer. Look at this space. Look at the amount of players we have up in the attack. Just looking beautiful, eh? Replace original. We gotta make sure that's kept as live. I'm having that OBS issue again. Let's make sure.
was reaching their hand into my wallet and just helping themselves.
See what we got as far as evolutions getting completed here. All right.
Forget Mbappe, forget Haaland, forget them.
Let's see who he's talking about here.
Mbappe, forget Haaland, forget that. It was talked about in the community the entire year. All are rocking her either in the starting alignment when I'm recording this. Bina will transfer.
Claudia's on my bench, that's for sure. Can't deny how good she is, no way. Excuse me. Oh, they're all loading up. All right, we're getting there with Malin. We're getting there with Jean Francois. She's got a while to go, though, eh? At least now she's an 85. But she's just got to get, you know, mainly the attacking stuff. But her defense is there. Defense is there. So we'll keep her rocking and rolling. And that's what it's about. Just playing good football. Forget all the nonsense. It's one of the things that, like, people misunderstand. Whenever, yes, I can get extremely negative with the rats, with the trash gameplay, with things like that. But you have to understand why, right? The responsibility is on the player base in many ways to actually play the game of football. And it's so insane that people think it's the norm to just essentially cheat, to not play football. So of course that's going to piss people off. But it's so funny because everyone takes things so personal, even though you're talking to an account, a PSN, someone hiding behind an account. You're not giving their personal address or name or anything. And you're talking about this person's, whatever their online ID is and who they decide to be online, right? Players who think that going for wins no matter what, right? They're the same ones who, if they were hacking and made the opponent's team just stand still the whole game so they could run past them and score, they would consider that a true win. Oh, a win's a win. No. You have a certain responsibility. It's like when you grow up with your friends, there's all these glitches in the games, right? There's always glitches in the sports games. And you and your friends would see the glitches, figure out that they were glitches, like, oh, if you shoot from that angle, it's a goal every time, so you're not allowed to shoot that, right? And that was in every sport. Right? Hockey, you could wrap around the goal and automatically score. So we did no wraparound shots, right? And football, if you came from, you know, the corner, the edge of the box, the corner facing across the goal, it was an automatic goal every time. The animation, just the way it worked. So we banned those because it would be dumb. It wasn't skill to score that way. So we took it away ourselves. We didn't want to win like that. We didn't want to emulate that. We wanted to earn our own goals, earn our own victories. Right? And then players just forget about that, and a big reason in FC is for rewards. But it's sad because people do it in eFootball and UFL and stuff where the rewards aren't anything. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the best players, the best team, or if you want the best players in eFootball, you got to go buy them. Wins have nothing to do with it, and they still will choose not to play good football. So, of course, that's why I despise rats. And the games that kind of promote that type of garbage, right? And so I pointed out, and each game has their own ways of doing it, but I feel like I'm speaking for many players when I do that. However, wins and losses are it never matters, because people are like that themselves, so they want to point out, oh, you don't do it when you win. I do it every time when I win, including even just that last game. It's just you don't notice it as much because there's not as much anger behind the tone as like when I point out the trash that occurs when I lose, right? Which is anybody. No one's happy when they lose, so it's going to come out more pissed off when you lose, obviously. From the start, it's been about playing football the right way and making these games fun and playing good football for all those who want to play good football. Look at my channel and look at my following. Never have had big numbers on FC. It's way oversaturated. Even now, when I play just a couple days of eFootball, I drum up a decent following. When I play UFL, I drum up a lot of the original UFL guys that follow me. I have like built-in semi-decent audiences in both of those. FC, I have like a few hardcore people and that's it. Like a few, literally. And yet, look what game I'm playing, because it's not about the numbers. For me, it's not about getting a certain amount of followers, right? For me, it's not getting a certain amount of hits, clicks, right? So, I just had to point that out. But there is one big thing, right, on this Evolutions to Glory, on this, I'd say, new era of fc26, right, that is changing a lot. Now, what I don't know is if this setting was here the entire time. There's a chance it was not. There's a chance that we overlooked this. There's a chance EA Sports could have just added it, right? I literally do not know. But that's the beauty of being a content creator as well. It's like when you share content, you also have people respond to you with certain things that you might not have seen. Maybe you would have looked it up even if you were just scrolling like you normally would. But in this case, I really think I would have missed this here, right? So I'm going to go into settings. Now, I added this in another video, okay? I added this in another video. However, it could have easily been overlooked, and because it's so important, I wanted to put it in its own video. This setting maybe was here. Most likely this is the case where it was here the whole time, but just like the sheep we all had somebody that we followed when we put these settings together, and so we just skipped over this. We used to always go with late. Pass receiver lock late. The pass receiver is locked as late as possible, around the same approximate time as when the ball is kicked. Sounds pretty good, right? Because you want as much time to make your decision as possible. Okay? However, once you go, let's say you went power up. The pass receiver is locked as soon as the pass button is released. The power bar reaches full. Power, as soon as the pass button is released or the power bar reaches full power, right? Whichever one. You might do a super light pass, right? Or a super heavy pass. You're holding the power button longer. That's the difference there. But then there's this. Pass receiver is locked early at the time when the kicking animation begins. Okay? So, once we lock onto our target and we go to pass the ball and the kicking animation begins, right? Which it's super quick. All these things you're talking about millisecond differences, but they make a world of difference in the game. So as soon as the kicking animation begins, you already automatically are going to move to controlling the receiver of the pass. Now, I want you to think about what that does. When we did late, right, you didn't control your player then until basically you see as late as possible, same approximate time as when the ball's kicked. You didn't have time, so as soon as the ball's kicked, boom, it goes to your player. That ball's already traveling. So when the ball got to your player, that's when you first started looking at your other options. You probably glanced up and seen some things, but when you just make this little change, that animation start, as soon as your player's foot is raised to make the pass, and it locks to that next target, okay? You're talking about now you have time to adjust your positioning. You can even bring your player to if you want to. You can actually push your player a little more open, wider, right? I've done that a few times where the defender is like trying to close in a little more and already set themselves up to like me to receive the ball so they can make a tackle, and I just open the space just a little bit more, open up my player's hips, if you will, to receive the ball and push it forward and have a space as opposed to a defender in front of me, right? Or moving the player a little too, so now I can close my hips with the player receiving the ball and kind of spin away from the receiver. All these little adjustments wouldn't be done if I kept this on late. Or if for some reason you were going with power up, but just about everybody went with late. Go to animation start and tell me if you notice a difference, right? There's so many different times your striker's going to receive the ball and you have a defender coming right up on you. And they possibly could even get in where they win the ball and just intercept it before you have a chance to do anything. But that little bit of a change when it locks to your receiver, right, allows you to maybe hold L2 while you receive the pass, which essentially bodies the defender off as you're receiving it, makes just a couple steps closer to the passer that now allows you to receive the ball and turn off of the opponent trying to push through you. There's just so many different times you're going to see where this changes. Game feels so much more responsive this way, so much more fun, so much more opportunities with the tiki-taka type of 1-2 passes and beautiful passing patterns that you can create just because of just the tiniest of millisecond difference in when you're controlling that next player receiving the ball. Okay, so change this to animation start. Let me know in the comment section if you notice the world of difference that it makes. It absolutely is a game changer for me, and that's why I'm making this separate, because it's important that you try this at least and let me know what you think. Wait, was that the right? What I don't know is if this setting was here, the all right. Put that out here. Alright, get rid of that. See which one of these games I've already. Alright. Alright, that's that. Right back into it. And by the way, in case you didn't notice, this is Champs on a Saturday night. I had another person say this too, like, oh, see, man, the stream, remember when you were saying the stream was affecting? Yes, streams do affect gameplay. Yes, whenever you have internet and there's something else running on your internet, it can make a difference, but it's subtle, or it can be subtle. However, if the gameplay is already terrible in a game, for me, it was adding that much of a difference. FC was the only game where this was the case. Not eFootball, not UFL, not anything else, right? But that's mainly the games I play, is football games. Whatever EA Sports did, right? Or maybe I got lucky and they put a brand new server on top of my freaking building. I don't know. But the bottom line is the gameplay is so much better now overall. And so as I'm streaming, I'm playing the game and it's fine, right? I'm not some tech guy that can explain this, but it is what it is. All it is now I'm playing and I can move, actually. There was some delayed moments and some definite moments where it's like, wait, what's going on here? And I'm sure there will be more, but it is what it is. So far, so good. I don't even need answers right now. As long as it's good gameplay and that continues, we'll take it. So this is a Hispanic player, judging by the name. Total guess, but just judging by the name. let's see what we get here. Oh, I got to do this. Good. Good guess by him there. Hate that stupid scrolling thing. I'm going to take that off. That gets in my way every time. Tarsian again. Oh, they called a foul that time. Good. Oh, that extra touch got me. Good. Agbado, the bruiser. Good. Good run. Just too late. Good by Malin. Oh, you lucky little son of a gun. No, I just... Wow. Wow. We'll come back from it. Let's get going. We'll come back from it. He just got rewarded. We're coming right at him. He just got rewarded on some trash. That's okay, though. We'll go right at him. We'll make him pay. Really? Kika? Really? Unreal. This is just a jammy little trash player. Jammy little trash can player. Jammy little trash can player. Let me test some out. Let me do my old trick. Just because he's a jammy little trash can player. Let's see. So you see that. Got that started. Look at that. It's just delay. So he's one of these types, unfortunately. Just a garbage trash can player going for delay stuff. Getting his butt kicked. And then he starts being a trash can delay merchant. Look at that. Just pure delay rat loser. This pure delay rat loser. Hey, I do this all the time. I'm on stream right now, but I'm interested. So I can tell you always get low rank and low division to the point where if I'm wrong, I'm going to give you 500 bucks, okay? $500. So my question to you is, why even play if you can't even enjoy football? Like, you always do terrible, which we can tell by your lack of skill. The way you're playing is just pure rat trash. Meaning, if you had a better connection, I could tell your connection's terrible. You couldn't do any of this, which is why you always do bad. So can I ask what the point is? Why not play good football? It's a true question. Just honestly wondering, because you get nothing, right? Let's see if he has an answer. I feel like that's a fair question for these losers who play this way with bad connections, and the way they play is to play with bad connections, right? Good run. Of course. Look at that. Just pure delay. That's all he has. Delay in movement. Running into the defenders like I tell you guys. Look at that. He just literally ran through me. Doesn't matter. But zero skill. Zero skill. These games are almost pointless. Yeah, it's impossible. It's his connection though too, because I've had perfect connection the whole game. Look, I couldn't even move players. Couldn't even move players. Look at that. Look at, oh my god, it's just pure trash can player playing with delay, helping him out. Unbelievable. That's why he plays those balls, because you can't react quick enough, right? Look how bad he is. He has nothing without that delay. He has nothing without the delay. Look, just like that first goal, right, where the delayed tackle went to him. But again, that's why he's guaranteed a low-rated player. Remember, I offered him 500 bucks, which I really will pay if he shows me where he has any type of success. Because the point is, these guys get nowhere. Now, I had one guy earlier like, I know, dude, I have terrible connection. It sucks. I don't want to play like this. I get that. Look at that. So, if you notice, my player didn't react at all. All he does is turn. That's it. That's all he does is turn into the defender because there's delay there. Oh, Kika having a nightmare today. I can't even switch players. Yeah, this is 100% this player. If you need to know how that works, you can look it up. I'm not going to spend any time or energy talking about it. Look at that. Did you guys see that? No other game. No other game does it do that. It's the game trying to slow down to match his dog shit, okay? His dog shit connection. Does it suck that FC works like that? Yes, but it does. And these losers that waste their time playing this way have no chance elsewhere. Yeah, look. Pointless. Alright, next game. Still have my chances too there. But yeah, those guys are pointless to play against. It's pointless to go. So if you're playing a player that has terrible connection like that, they're going to be able to just dribble around. I mean, look at all the half circle dribbles, the turning into your defenders. You could see it from a mile away. It's the same thing each time. So let's look at the hours this loser spends doing that. Let's just look. Just to give you an example. Oh, he's live right now. 247 hours. 1 hour. Let's look him up. Guys, I'm going to donate. So let's see. So I want to see if this dude's doing this on purpose. He's in his next game here. So guys, whenever you play these games, so here's what I offered this guy. He's currently streaming to I think nobody, 2 people. So he's not replying at all. So I offered to donate to his channel. $500. I said we watch the game back together. I'll pause each time where he turns into the defenders and stuff. So that's how you know is that you'll play each game with no lag. So I'm watching his next game right now. Same exact thing. He has his ping off. This is great, guys. This is caught in 4K. So I'm going to pull this up. Oh my god, he's terrible. It's like slow motion. It's like slow motion. Unbelievable. Alright. So I was just watching the game. That same player was on Twitch or whatever. So if you play somebody and your players are feeling like you're going to pass and you have that extra little delay, but every other game's fine, it's because they're playing on terrible ping. If you guys want to go watch, go look up this guy's name. So I just offered him $5 for $500 for a screenshot, and I mean it. I can tell, just to prove to you guys that I'm serious. If I was wrong, right, then he would be able to show. And I said turn on your ping as well. So this is his name. If you guys want to go see for yourself, he's playing in front of like 2 people. Look, I'll put it on here. I'll put it on here so you can see. You can actually see the slow motion. I'll actually have to download Twitch on here. That's fine, I'll do it. I wonder if I'm gonna have to oh, the HDMI, whatever. Not that big of a deal. If you guys want to go see, you can see for yourselves, even watch it later, but he knows what he's doing. And how you know is because anybody who's played football in real life, or even if they haven't, you know you don't turn in any sport into the defender. You don't run into them. Those players that use those bigger, he had Shevchenko or he had Fernando Torres, one of the two. I think it was Shevchenko. But you just turn into the defender. Now when there's any type of delay, you just glitch through them. So it's just good to point out so you know. There is no mistake, right? There's players who they have to play with, like we're using this team. We're not expecting to win games. But that's the difference. It's worth pointing out with the ratty players, because when you have ratty players, right, that are ruining the game, that they deserve to be called out. It's just like playing with a cheater. There's no difference, right? There's plenty of players who are going to beat this team without a doubt. But when you have players that are taking advantage of any type of shortcuts, including like bad connection on their side especially, they deserve to be called out. They deserve it. And so I always try to make it to where you can see for yourself. Man, I can't believe I have to turn the HDMI. So I couldn't run OBS and show you this. I could show you on my screen, but whatever. You guys can take my word for it. Let's get into a real football game. But those players are worth calling out, especially for those who don't know about it. It's the rattiest, biggest loser way that you could possibly play, and it gets you nowhere, right? It gets you absolutely nowhere. Hence why whenever I see it, I can always tell they're low division, low ranked players. If you're outplaying the player throughout the entire game, and then they get a ball, let's say here, I'll show you an example. Let's say I get a ball into my striker, once I get my ball in there. And every time, because I'm delayed, I just take a bigger player, right? And I'm able to just run forward into the player. Okay? Like, remember last time, that tackle registered as a pass because of the delay. Because of the delay. Now that's gone. It's stupid that I tested it right there, but that's gone. So now, imagine... Good D. Imagine that I just was able to run into a defender. Just kept running forward. And because there's delay, I could zoom right around them. Just imagine that. I don't have to do any of this type of running around them because I could just run straight into them. Oh. It'd be pretty pointless, right? And it's not football. You can't run through defenders. And the reason why they do bad is because when they don't have that delay and they can't run into defenders, they can't create goals. They just run into the defender and lose the ball. Nobody in their right mind doesn't understand the physics that you can't run into players. So that's what I mean by rats. Whenever I say it, oh, he recovered nicely. Good. Look at Hansen. Beautiful goal. What a goal, ladies and gents. What a goal. What a goal. Again, didn't run into him. Couldn't turn myself into him. Imagine. That'd be a lot easier than having to run around defenders. Right? Oh, I messed that one up, didn't I? Good. Good overlap. Oh, Malin. Beautiful football. Look at the runs. Look at the football. What up, Phil? What up, bro? Sorry, I was freaking paying attention to chat and stuff. My bad, buddy. My bad, big dog. Are you going to get on? Are you playing FC? I can't do eFootball, bro. I just can't, man. I thought about it and I almost played, dude. I almost played earlier, and then I realized I got to be honest with myself. Like, just, dude, like that game I faced earlier, that was the first one of those opponents today, right? And now it's one. Oh, what a save, Khan! That's what Khan does, guys. That's where having Khan will help you, dude. Unbelievable. Gene Francis. That's where Khan. I heard. That's where Khan will help you, right? So the point is you face that every game in eFootball, right? Players who don't want to play football, all they do is try to ping it out to their wing midfielder and then ping it out to their wing midfielder, and then play that automatic through ball. I mean, it's garbage, right? So now this player's an absolute rat too. Let me explain why. He's just going for, all he's trying to go for is the pressure tactics, run into me, try to come back in the game, right? Which is tough when you're trying to play football. But it is what it is, because we'll get through it. But I can deal with these rats. Notice how I have tools to fight that, right? And that was my biggest question. Remember when I was playing eFootball? And I'm not saying you don't have tools to fight it, but it's every single game, bro. I mean, facing skilled opponents in eFootball, good luck trying to, like, get that figured out, you know? See how I'm not just forcing, I'm moving around, passing and moving. Stupid decision. I don't know what I was doing there. Stupid decision. Passing and moving, but I'm trying to play football. I'm not just trying to be a rat, because I don't care. I want to create good goals. I'll show you what I was going for there. Look at that split. Oh, no way! Oh, my goodness, that was bad. But yeah, I'm down if you're down to play FC, but I just can't do it. I just want to play good football and good football games. Hence why I can't stand rats, right? Oh, that little slow motion movement. She's so quick until that shot. I don't... Maybe I'm powering it too much? Good D. Notice when I switched it. But yeah, whenever there's not lag, you can't just run into defenders. That's the best way to tell. So keep note and then fight the good fight. He just did the old run and pray, eh? That was hilarious. The old run and pray. Good. Oh, come on. Yeah. We'll hop on FC, bro. Because I want to point out why I won't. I'll point out to everybody why I'm choosing to play. Like, you heard me in that last game. That sucks. Now, on EA Sports' part, it sucks that these players have the ability to do that trash, okay? Right? And then on the other side of it, oh, it sucks for the players, right? So it's EA Sports' fault and the player. But it's one of those things, you can't put all your problems on EA Sports, meaning, could we solve it? Yes, we could. We absolutely could, by choosing to play good football. Like, every game I try to. I don't go for tacklebacks. I don't go, and yeah, I'll make mistakes along the way. I'll give up goals along the way, like right now, what's going on. But look, he's rushing so much, he's playing passes to me even when he intercepts it, because he's not thinking about the next play. He's just thinking about running at me as quick as he can. Now, this could be like a 6-year-old kid for all I know. Too late there. What was I doing? And just because I'm playing like that, I gave up a tying goal. Or, sorry, first goal. Because I played a stupid ball for no reason. Instead of playing football, I played a stupid ball. Trying to prove my point too much. What the hell happened there? Beautiful football. You see what I'm saying? just attempting to play good football. Now, those little passes to the middle, for some reason, they go like slow motion. So when I'm giving him the ball, I got to remember just from that angle, I'm trying to put power on it, and I see the defender there, and in certain other areas, it will get around that defender, right? Like, see right there. You see how it played that angle and got around that defender? Because for some reason, those ones where the midfielder is standing there, it won't do that. So I'll be expecting that bend because, like, that's what I would do. See, like that right there. Do you see the difference? See how it's playing that little bend there, guys? So that's what I'm looking for. When that midfielder's standing there and then those interceptions where it looks like I'm playing just right to that player, that's what's going on. Remember that last time with the lag, he was able to just... He was able to just run in a semicircle and score there. Notice, without that delay, you can't do that. Great ball, Malin, and that's a regular goal. He's not even fully evolved. Look at that. Oh! Trying to play good football. But you see what I mean, though? That's the balls I'm trying to play when it looks like I'm playing straight at the player. I don't know if it's because of a certain play style. I'm going to have to look into that. I'm going to have to look into what's causing that. Because it looks like, dude, why are you playing those balls straight into the defensive midfielder there? Or maybe the defensive midfielder has interception and that changes your pass? I bet you that's it. But I'll show you an example now that I have a little cushion. So you've seen those balls that I'm playing down the wing, right? You see how, like, when the defender's there, of course, they play with a little curve, which is exactly what you would do in real football. Which, shout out to EA Sports for even having that, because the other football games don't. Oh, he's still playing. But this ball right here, I'll, like, play this, and I'll look for a little curve, okay? And instead, it will go straight at the defender, right? When I play on the wings here, it will add that little curve away from the defender, like you would expect it to do in real life. Good Gwen. Gwen's a beast, guys. If you can do that SBC. So yeah, I got my boy Phil, who's a beast. Didn't play football himself, but loves the games, and he's come a long way, and he's the one who showed me the proof. Like, most of these guys have played football, they know. Like, anybody knows, even if you're just like a third grade player, that you can't run through a defender. So you can't say, oh, I just thought that was football. No. Nobody thinks that you can run through a player. Physically, it's not even a possibility. Oh. Right? Oh, there it happened again. Luckily, you messed up. But see... Oh yeah, Boomfa, they're great, bro. I'm trying to get used to playing, so I have an all evolution team, and I'm keeping my players in, no matter what. Like look, I'll show you this real quick. Like, look at my bench. I have Claudia, who everyone's like, she's the Beignetter, if you guys don't remember Beignetter, and she's amazing. But look, I'm playing. Oh crap, I forgot I went 4-2-1-3. I have to get Malin out of there. But I'm putting Kika in. Kika is an evolution card. I have Ramirez on the bench. He's one of the best defensive mids. And I'm playing Hasegawa and a not even evolved John Francis. And they're holding their own, dude. They're doing great. But the goal is just, it's evolutions to glory. So I'm building this team. Their chemistry's all off and everything. But I want to build my own team, right? And then with the exception of, I'll use SBCs and stuff in the gaps, as a because you have to chain some evolutions together and stuff, right? So I'm getting used to the fact that these players don't all have the capabilities, either A, that they're going to have after they're fully evolved, or B, that certain other players I would use have. But yeah, the gameplay is much better. So far, I had one game. The other dude was streaming on Twitch, and I went to even watch. I even shared his name so you guys could see for yourselves, right? Where the dude, it's just slow motion trash. Now, this is a little bit too. Playing a dude from Mexico, I did not mean for that pass. But we're both, you could tell we're both like crawling in slow motion. But for the most part, it's great connection. I mean, this is a dude in Mexico. I couldn't even have dreamed of playing a game like this, before. It's just, it's not 100%, but it's good, dude, especially for FC. Look at that. Look at the attack. We got our full... Oh, no, come to. That's where that delay will hurt you just a little bit. But shout out to my defense, though. Look at Hasegawa. Card that I made. Like, all evolutions that I made, right? It's a beautiful thing, dude. It's a beautiful thing. It's so much more fun when you do like this. So many good goals I could be happy with. But, yeah, so you're going to play those players. Look at that through ball. Look at that, boys. Just calm, under pressure. Another card that I made. This is a 75 rated card, guys. 75. Look at her card, face card real quick right now. Look. Look at that beast of a card. I made that from a 75 rated card. I'm going to show you some of these. So, you're going to struggle along the way, but so far on this stream, the only loss I had, I'm whooping the dude, and then he plays a ball to his Shevchenko, turns into my defender. Then I get down and I'm passing around him, and then there's pass delay, then he turns into my defender. That's the typical rats you're going to face. 0 skill. He's over streaming to like one person. His mom and grandma are watching him play, but and maybe you could say it about me too, except for, you know, I'll take my 1,500 people that know that I'm trying to do well by the game when I'm trying to point out this rap bullshit that players play. So all I did was turn it into a charity thing, and I put this on his official Twitch. $500 if you prove me wrong. We watch the game back together, and you also show me your division and rank in champs, so I can prove that you lose pretty much any game that your opponent's not lagged out of their mind, to where you can't just turn into him with your trash ping. And I told him to turn his ping on. He in total got offered $1,000 just because it's worth that to me to prove the point, especially with a guy on Twitch. All he does is turn into defenders and run in a straight line. His first goal was one of those typical, he passed the ball to me, he lost it, but my player passed it straight into him for an open net. Why? Because my tackle registered as a pass. No other game have I had that yet, because it's his trash connection that's making it happen. So, here's where I've been having fun. Evolutions to glory. Check out the team I'm playing with. And by the way, I'll take this record with this team. 4-3. I'm super happy with it. Oh, I gotta stop this game. I got all my games separated so I can break them down afterwards. And so far, the MVP of this squad, I mean, it's probably between... I mean, dude, Malin's playing as an 86 gold card right now. Jean Francis is playing as an 85. Either one of them are fully evolved yet. Hasegawa's been playing amazing. This Tarsiane card, she's a team pass card. And then this Agbado, he's like a 75 rated Wolves player, guys. He's an absolute beast. Look at those stats. Made him from a 75. I evolved him, and then I was patient. Now he has Anticipate Plus. Look at this. I made this beast. So, look at this. So he's lengthy, 6'4", but look at his agility still, guys. Pretty dang good. For a center back, look at his dribbling even. I mean, this is where the fun is. So, I said the rules earlier, but basically we go in and we make our own evolutions, right? And that's how we have fun. This Van de Ven, he's just a few stats off from his 2 million coin card. Or is it a million? I think it's 2. It might be a million. Either way. And he would cost me nothing so far. Maybe 20K. I can't remember. But this Kika, 75 rated card. Look at her. Absolute beast. A little more shooting. She's right there. This Bjorn card, 5'9" center back. She's right there too. I mean, I could possibly move her over here, but I've been... You know, I want these on the bench right now to make sure I have attackers. Wait. Left wing, right wing, striker, Cam. Left wing, right wing, Cam. And then Claudia could play striker. So, yeah, I can move Lasagna. I do need a center back. I'm going to put Bjorn in there. Especially if there's heavy gameplay. Bjorn could go right in there. I mean, look at this card, guys. I do need to go get, when I can, a shadow for her, though. Camavinga... Another one, and then these are the ones I'm working on. Havertz is close. He's there for everything but pace, but he's an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast, guys. He can play cam, CM, striker. Right? I'll get his pace and passing up. What is he, like 6'4", too, I think, right? Yeah, 6'4". Absolute beast. Feels amazing on the ball. Glides. And then this Doku I've been working on. Look at that dribbling. Think about all I'll need is one. Look at that. He's so close already. He's an 83 rated. I'm going to have him at like 99 dribbling, guys. So these are all players I'm working on. And that's not to mention eventually Claudio will get one. This Lemon Stole will get one. These are just filling in the gaps. These lone players. But it's fun when you do an Evolutions to Glory. And so if you look at the way I'm attacking, 8 players at a time, guys. 8 players at a time. It's about having fun and playing good football, not about records or nothing like that. And so far, it's been super fun. One rat, who fortunately I was able to call out. And we'll see. If he can respond and prove me wrong, the dude gets money. It's as simple as that. And I apologize and show myself sending him money. So it's a beautiful thing, man. The biggest thing you have to do when you play FC is just... So that brings me to the eFootball thing. And even offline FC, I'm still debating doing a manager mode, guys. Because in building these evolutions, like, that would be replaced with, like, scouting these young players and putting them through training programs and watching them become beasts. Like, as you're playing with these players, you're like, dang, that youngster was good, or this guy was good, man. Watch, he's going to become a legend. And then you put him in your squad, and now, you know, in the league, he's doing okay, but you keep giving him minutes because you know it's giving him experience, and he works his way up, and next thing you know, you're in a big cup game that you're expected to lose, and he shines on a big stage, and it's like your Wayne Rooney moment for your player. Like, you can create some legendary stuff, like movies, out of the manager mode. And I have the football mind and, like, the imagination for it, right? But I wanted to show people that you can have fun in Ultimate Team 2, right? And you don't have to do this stuff with the rats like how I do. You just don't have to. All right, let's see. So notice no response. Why wouldn't you respond if you were that one dude? Wandauer. Again, it's easy money. Easy money. If I'm wrong. And then if I'm right, of course he's going to ignore me, and that's the point. It's like, why be a loser like that and waste your time? Let me see on right now. So I'm not some big bad content creator either, right? And I talked about this earlier. I don't create. This is the least amount of following I get of any game, but I play it. And so the point is that I'm doing it because I want to play great football. And like, the few people that want to play great football too, the more the merrier. But even if it's just a few, it's worth it to me, right? That's why I started this in the first place. So my boy Phil, helped him along the way, and it's been great. But right now I'm in a conundrum because, Phil, if you're not completely, like, for one, I know you took a little hiatus too, but if you're right now, you would basically be coaching me in eFootball, and that's where I would tell you, like, bro, get away. But what I didn't know is how that would go. My problem with eFootball, right, and why I left, like, because I remember you've already came a long way. I remember when we played that one game when we tied, but it was, if you're, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like 80-20 in possession. I was just outpassing you. You kind of got a lucky goal, and then I got like 10 shots, and so it turned out being something where it was typical eFootball. Now, no, you're on it, right? And you're a bright spot in eFootball, but the reason why I like FC is, if you notice, like, that was a ratty player I played that last game, and I was able to have enough manual control where I dealt with it, and it was good. In eFootball, I don't feel that much in control. I feel like AI has too much control where you can't battle the rats like you want to anyway. And so the difference is the manual control part to play the football you want to play, right? There's not much you can do when players are playing the ball to the wing, play the through ball, play the ball to the wing, play the link up plays. Your defenders slow down, you can't stop it. Your defenders do an animation when some player does the simple skill move and jumps out of the way, and what can you do, And so in that sense, if you're in FC, but I don't want to do that to you where it's like, okay, since he's playing FC, I guess I'll play, because I still want to make sure that this is a good enough experience to stick through. I'm on the journey like the rest of you guys where, like, I'm trying my best to find the best football game, right? And so far I've probably jumped the gun too much because all these curveballs come. That's why I'm playing this online on a Saturday, to try to show you guys, right, exactly what I'm experiencing. Then you decide what game you want to play. That's where I'm at. I'm going to get a drink real quick and I'll be right back. So that's where I'm at. Am I against necessarily playing in-house tournaments in eFootball? No, but I know as like a content creator, if I want to buy into this Evolutions for Glory, for instance, I'm all into this Evolutions for Glory. If I want to buy into eFootball and creating our own thing, I'm all in on that. Like that, we have a shout out to, I forgot his name, Prodigy, I think it is. Shout out to Prodigy, came in and had some great invites to like this league for people around our generation in eFootball. Clearly former Pez guys. I love that stuff, and I love his passion for it. That's why I linked in. Well, I would have with Phil, but I can't link him in the Discord. Phil, you gotta change that. But I linked in Boomfa and Kioma and a couple guys because that's awesome. I think it looks good based on the passion I saw, based on what they provide for that eFootball league. That's how I am. So I'm trying to find my that. You see what I'm saying? If it's Evolutions to Glory, if it's generally just eFootball, Dream Team, Ultimate Team in general, which I went that route. You saw my organization with the channel Discord and how I made my team what it was, how I have a beast team. I don't have to use this 23 chem. Look at the team. This is me doing similar to a Road to Glory. The reason why I don't like Road to Glories anymore is because it's far too easy to earn your way up now, right? It's far too easy. So it's never truly a Road to Glory. You just end up with the same meta setup and the same meta players. That's just it. The Road to Glory days are over, unless you make all these restrictions for yourself. But a lot of players don't relate to that anymore because it's so much about gotta get the new rewards and the new objectives and the new Van de Ven or the new Van Dyke, or oh my god, Finesse is buffed back up, gotta get the new Finesse Plus. Oh my god, Claudia, gotta get the new Claudia. Who's like Claudia? Gotta get her, gotta get him. Instead of like the old days where you're finding diamonds in the rough. So that's why I'm going the Evolutions route. I feel like this is the new age Road to Glory, in my opinion. Because who else has this Geo card up top? Who else has this? Look at this. Go try to make her in Footbin. You can't even do it. I string together some crazy evolutions to get this going. Right? Because I'll manipulate players too. Left mid cam striker, I turn into a beast of a striker. Look at those stats. Okay? Look at this one. Look at this Jean Francis. I stringed a bunch together with her too. Look at this. Absolute beast. This Hasegawa, unbelievable. Look at that. Hullet gang. Brilliant. Right? This Malin card's about to be beast. If he gets a couple more, it'll be even better, but I've been playing him anyway. Right? You compare it to Hansen's in 90 that I packed. This Xavi card made him before the special Xavi card came out. Tarsiane, that's product of a team pass, Bum Passport, product of a packing. Gwen, product of a SBC. And Agbedo, two big evolutions, and look at this. I think I did a couple small ones to get his dribbling up too, because he's a bigger guy. Right? Camavinga from 83 to this. Absolute beast. Look at Ramirez is one of the best, and look at this. Right? Look at Kika, 75 rated card. Turner in this. How many people have this? Right? How many people have this? Van de Ven, and then of course Doku and Havertz are on their way. Bjorn made her. And I think I have a few more on the bench too. But to me, that's fun. That adds in the manager mode element because, like in manager mode, you're finding youngsters, you're finding lower rated players, putting time into them, you're finding diamonds in the rough, and then you're giving them a chance and looking to build your squad around them, and you're looking to get cheaper players. You don't want to have to go out and buy the expensive players that are already proven, or you could do that like a Man U turned into, right? And it could help at times, but if you're a lower budgeted team, you're looking to create your own beast in playing football that brings the best out of your players that might not have the most talent, but as a team they do great. That's what I'm doing here. I'm bringing that element to Ultimate Team, or attempting to, right? So it's basically, I got thought about evolving her. Is she worth it? Gio, you talking about her? Gio Garbellini? Yeah, but I don't think that evolution is there. See, it's an Ultimate Scream one. So you got to look. So what you'll do is this. You'll go into evolutions, okay? And now actually look. Now they have this. I like still going into evolutions, but you can do this. This is brand new. I don't know if you guys saw this. But you go in, you'll click in, for instance, let's click into Doku. Right? You press square, view available evolutions. So Doku, I can put in footwork mastery. But look, he's already at the max. So look, he won't get anything, right? He won't get anything. So now it takes me back. That's the only thing he has. Or I could do like a cosmetic one, right? I'll give him the little rare gold embellishment just to give him something. But you can do that from your screen. And then once you're done, so now he has that. And then it takes you back. So you can do that for every player. Square, view available evolutions. Right? And then look. So she'll get +3 dribbling, +3 ball control, +1 skill move. She won't get Trickster, though, because I think I already have Trickster with her. Let's see. Yeah, I already have Trickster. But look at this. If those... Oh, no, +0, so she won't get anything. So she's at the maxes. So if you go to attributes, it should show you the maxes, but she's already at her maxes. But you can look through and see if there's ones for you, right? So that's why I chose this over eFootball. Do I want to make sure I made the right decision? Yeah, that's why I'm playing online. That's why I'm testing the game against the worst, right? I've come across one rat. I know this team's going to lose plenty. Where people confuse it is like that one player I got mad at. Look, I've lost... 3 games. There's been only one, and I'm not saying other ones weren't questionable, and there's questionable stuff that's going to happen in all these games. They have trash things, some of them, but you can still play beautiful football. The one player, that one Juan douchebag that's streaming to his grandma right now, right, that just runs into defenders and everything he does is based on bad gameplay. That's the players that I can't stand because you have a choice, right? Everybody else, it's fine. In eFootball, the reason why I'm not going over there is every game, player after player after player after player, it's the same trash. You'll have top 5,000, 1,000 players using Smart Assist. I don't care what the stats show. Go back and look at my stream. I show their rankings afterwards. I'm coming in day 1, 2, and 3 beating top 5,000, top 1,000 players. And then the games where I'm losing, I lost 5-3 to that top 1,800 player. And using Smart Assist, and all he did was just rat nonsense. Game after game after game. I faced one. And while the development company has a responsibility to remove that stuff so rats cannot abuse it, it's still a joke that players don't take the responsibility on themselves. Let me make an equivalence, like an analogy, if you will, whatever you want to call it. If you grew up playing video games, you know there was always glitches. You and your friends would say, nope, look, you in hockey, all wraparound goals are automatic, so we would we would ban wraparound goals ourselves. Shots from half field in certain football games, they would automatically freeze the goalie and go in. We banned half field shots because we wanted to actually compete. It meant nothing to glitch the game. And so we would ban it ourselves. When we went out and split the two teams up and played football, we would make our own offside calls, our own foul calls. And yeah, people would be irate going at each other a lot because there's no referee, but we wouldn't cheat. We wouldn't shortcut the rules because we wanted to compete. These losers are like the equivalent of that, playing those games growing up, and they're the players that would go for only those half field shots. You would dribble down and score with skill, and they would kick off and shoot from half field. Who cares about glitchy bullshit that's not even really skill or not even really the game? Those players deserve to be called out. Oh, well, it's not my fault. EA Sports needs to remove it. Yeah, but you're doing that for nothing. You're not earning money where, oh, sorry, I'm cutting the rules, but I'm earning money. You're not getting followers by doing it. You're not proving anything. You're not even advancing by doing it. Look at your record still in your ranks. So that's why I go crazy on those players. If there wasn't so many in eFootball, would I give it a chance? Yes. But because not only is there so many, but you have so little you can do against them because there's so much AI controlling that you don't have the manual control to change it. I had to express that because when you see me play UFL a couple times, eFootball, and then and it's like, what the hell, man? How did you switch already? And it's because I'm giving each game a try. Some content creators won't even give other games a try. Some teams will, absolutely, Phil, pull it up. Some teams won't even give, some content creators won't even give these other games. They'll just play to the death of a game. They don't care. Even if it's just ripping that game apart, they won't. I'm trying to find the best football game, even if it means like, hey, maybe when I played eFootball that couple days or UFL those few days, somebody's like, hey, I like that. And maybe I lose a subscriber, but that's cool. If somebody else, helped them find a game that they might like because that's where their head's at, great. Go play it. Like, that's cool, man. I did my job. But I'm just sharing my whole journey, and the ultimate goal is just playing good football. So I wanted to explain what I'm doing with this. And like the offline manager mode type stuff, it's still on the table, okay? But so far, I feel like this is working. We will see. All right, let me use the restroom. I'll be right back and grab a drink, and then I'll take a look. I'll be right back, Big Phil.
Okay.
Alright, and share screen. I'll let people take a look when I come back. Oh, I forgot about that Vinny packing. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you. Alright, so what's crazy is you can actually get away with a 4-3-2-1 right now. But here, that's the thing, that's my approach where it's different is... Well, here, let me ask you this first, Phil. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you truly, this is what I'd ask anybody, because I'm zero about any money, bro. Zero about when it comes to, if I'm putting in time and effort, of course I want to get paid for my value on anything. But I'm 100% about you playing the football you like. You're a D1 eFootballer, and you're doing great. You're not... I don't want to force anybody like Boomfa, like certain people that I feel like I respect your trust in me and everything, but I want to make sure that you truly enjoy this game enough to play it, because I could tell how excited you were when I was at eFootball. But I just, like what I was saying online, I don't know if it makes sense, but for me, and maybe it's just my ability because I've been playing this a long time, I feel more in control of battling the rats than I do in eFootball. Me personally, just because. But you may not feel that way, and you may be okay in certain instances. And so I would never want to like I see this, and you're definitely behind on your team creation, but you could be fine with this, bro. Like that. I didn't even know you had Rangers, but he is a beast, bro.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
stay till Tots our team of the year for sure, and maybe even further. Vinny too. Vinny's an absolute beast. Even that Messi card, bro. Once he gets into an Evo 2, you're gonna have a beast there. That Rolfo at left back. Once she gets an Evo, she had a special card. Come on, let's see your bench real quick. That Thompson can come in. She can be a tricky little beast. That Marmouche can hit a Evo or two and will be good. Barcola's got a good special card. He's evolvable. And that's if you want to hit evolutions. The thing with evolutions is to get them done quicker. Like I'm using some in champs, which it does hurt you, dude. You will get overpowered. Like if your Rangers goes against my Jean-François, like the girl that I'm evolving, and she's in the mid evolution, you're gonna smoke me with right. And I'm going against that and more, right? That one Aries a great card too. That right wing, Kelly can even do good. She's one of the most annoying. Hey, if you guys ever want to see some cringe, that Kelly card, she's a beast at football, but she's actually better in games than in real life. She's one of the most annoying, cocky, arrogant, cringe people you've ever seen. England national team. She's like not very good, but she acts like she's the best ever. You guys got to check out some of her highlights of her cringiest moments. Just a little side note. But she could be a beast. She could be evolvable eventually. She's higher rated for now, but
I mean, bro, for real, for me, I mean, I'm not, I can't say how certain people are, except for me, when it comes to football, but I'm not a footballer by heart, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, like, you know what I'm saying? You look at this and you actually feel like, okay, I'm on the field, this is how I'm, you know what I'm saying? You see things different. I don't,
right.
so certain things don't bother me when it comes to how people play. I mean, I do get upset when, they're doing certain things that I know is not good or I know it's not right.
Right.
I'm mostly following you, and I know what it is now. You know what I mean? Because before then, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? When I was playing UFL, I didn't know about a lot of the rat stuff that they were doing until I started following you, and you started pointing all that stuff out. So that's why I'm like, okay, this is what I like. I like that because I'm a competitor at heart. I want to play the game right. I want to do things right. I'm not about cutting corners. So,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, for real, if I can get into this game, I know if I really get into it, I can be good. I could, you know what I'm saying, keep up. I could fight with the rats just like I did over there at eFootball. But for me, for this, it was just the connection for me, bro. Like, I have where I play at. I have a lot of people on the internet and stuff.
Well,
like
I asked,
even though I'm using like landline, so
I will say, dude, I definitely am feeling it a little more. But the fact that I'm on stream and it's a Saturday night and I'm so far able to play, even that rat that I played. I would give myself a 20%. If I sharpened up in that game and had a full chem team, I think maybe I could have made that game a little. I mean, I was out playing them at the beginning, but to only have one out of like 4 or 5 games, dude, it was like, if you remember before, I couldn't even get one game in. I wasn't even able to win. I wasn't even able to win a gauntlet match, much less than I turn it off and go into feed. Now I'm playing champs with a low-rated team, with a like mid-evolved team, 23 chem I think I have. So it's definitely improved, but that's for now. Maybe it's just my area. See, that's the thing where you got to be careful as a content creator, because what if somebody's like, "Damn, yeah, he said it's fixed." So that's why I asked in Discord. And Phil, I think you're blocked from some stuff or something. Let me know. Or
I just got back on there and sent you a friend request and all that stuff because I told you I had to just like get off of it for a second.
Yeah. So let me go into. Got it. Okay, perfect. Because I tagged you, because there's a dude right now he's got a league and he invited everyone in, and it looks pretty legit. I don't know, I didn't check into it, I just read what he posted, but it looks pretty legit. I tagged you and Boomfa and Kioma in it. But for me, that's just why I can't. It's just not enough manual control, because I do look at it from the footballer's perspective. Surprised you.
So you got to look at a lot of these guys don't. You know what I mean? I mean, like, there's some big content creators that probably have played football in the past, but probably a lot of them don't. They're just probably treat gamers at heart.
I watch this dude. His name is what is it? Snipe Shot 5000. He's Canadian, bro. It is the worst ever. He'll get 15 and O's and stuff, and he's like a Canadian pro. It says Dude, he does not. He plays zero. He's one of those dudes. He clearly plays on like 6 ping. He's pinging it around, ping, 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 and he's not good. Like you can tell, he'll get beat by skill. But dude, it is pure. He's good when it comes to like winning, but it's just not even football. It's like it's air hockey at its finest. Fidget spinning at its finest. I could never I can't even watch that crap. But it's like that's the main focus. I'm the minority in this game when it comes to like the old school FIFA. But that's what when I said the game doesn't have a soul. To me, that's why I went the evolutions route, and now I'm playing that attacking system. And the record's not going to be as good. But you got to bring back soul, because if you just want to compete, even if you watch some FC Pro players, there's some good enough to make some beautiful football plays out of the mess. But the game can get super messy, especially with that arcade feel. So you're battling that. You're not going to have many of the chill sessions, like people will say it. There is no such thing. Like you're going to have to be focused, ready to rumble every single game. Especially, I could say, like for me at least, and maybe this is for you too, maybe not, but Division 10 through like 7, you could probably chill out, kind of, But once you get probably even into 7 for some people, in above 6, 5, all the way, it becomes like ridiculously fast paced. But where I have a problem, and that's where I deciphered between this and eFootball, is when it comes to having to do non-football shit to compete. That's when I draw the line. And even though there's more beautiful overall, like true to football animations and abilities, like that up, back, and through I did right at the beginning of that rat when I drew the line, that I was playing a rat, I do a beautiful, it was like a 6 pass through. I don't know how it didn't score because there's no dynamic shooting. And my Baggio or someone missed. He ended up being the player that scored like X amount. He kept running Holland through, just playing the spam through ball. That's it. I'm done, because no matter what you do, everyone there, a vast majority just look for those spam balls that automatically beat the defenders, the ones that eFootball Universe were showing. That's the vast majority. There's nothing like that in FC. The worst you'll face is, like I showed you, that shit player that ran into my defenders. So when you're delayed, if you're not delayed, those defenders will essentially auto tackle it. If you're delayed, they'll run through, and you got to deal with that, because then you're delayed with your passes, and they're just clearly using the bad servers as a way to make up for lack of skill, and they're choosing to do that. But that's all. If I'm wrong, or if there's somebody that knows of any other shit that FC players can do to turn it into a bad experience, you can get those players who get all smaller players and just try to dribble in circles over and over. But that's it. Now in eFootball, I all I see is there's just way too much of the AI's ability. So that's why I'm explaining all this before I help you out here with this team. But
yeah,
I wouldn't go with this 4-3-2-1. I would look at I got my tactics and stuff released. You can check it out. Like, watch the video, and then you can see what you'd want to do. I would either go 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-1-3. And then you can watch how I play and kind of my attacking setup. Actually, let me go to it now, and you can look at the players. So I'll explain it. But the reason why I would go for this is because, so when I go into my team, go into my champs, the reason why I'm playing like I am right now, so the 4-2-3-1 wide and the 4-2-1-3 are the most meta. Especially the 4-2-1-3 is the most meta still, right? But the reason why I'm going with what I am, I have this set up both for 4-2-3-1 wide and 4-2-1-3, right? This is the 4-2-3-1 wide, and then this is the 4-2-1-3. Same exact setup. The only difference is, instead of left and right mids, you have left and right wingers in a 4-2-1-3, which they're a little bit tighter. So this is more tiki-taka when they're wider. There's a little bit more play to the wings working in, but I'll typically like the 4-2-1-3 in this setup, because you have your players closer together. You're playing more tiki-taka, give-and-go type of football. But if I click in here, you see without the ball, I have 2 defensive midfielders, right? 4 backs, nothing changes. But when I go to attack, you see I'm attacking essentially with 8 players. I have the 4 forwards that are all converging, right? And there's all these little triangles there. But then both Bompastor and Gwyn are overlapping around the outside, both manually and AI, because I have them on wingback, right? And then they're on support though, so they won't go all the way up unless I manually control them, but they're there as options. And a lot of times I will manually send them on those overlapping runs. So I'll have a ball, for instance, like Hasagawa gets it, plays it to Xavi Simons. Simons lays it back to Jean Francis. She'll lay it to an overlapping Gwyn, who then will play a cutback to Gio or Hansen, or like you get a lot of plays like that, up, back, and throughs where it goes up to, let's say, Malin, who's on a diagonal inside, who will lay it back to Simons, who then plays it out to Bompastor, but then she drops it to the top of the box to Hasagawa. Hasagawa plays it diagonally to Hansen, to the right side, to Hansen. You see a lot of that. That's the beautiful football you can play.
Damn, hold on, bro. So when you're with the ball, you're essentially two at the back. Damn.
Yeah, so when I have the ball, I only keep two totally back, but Hasagawa and Jean Francis are there to quickly recover, and then my wingbacks will quickly recover. But the safe route, the meta way to do it would typically be center backs and goalie are the same. The wingbacks would be on fullback, so they stayed back. You would have one or two defensive mids on holding, so they would stay back, and then you'd attack with just four. And what players do, the ratty way, what that opponent that I lost, that you saw me that was doing the rat shit, turning right into my defenders. He just sat with his 6 players in his box, basically, waited for the inevitable for his defenders to get the ball, especially with delay, and then spammed the ball forward to his whoever. And then what he would do is finally get it into his striker, and he would just turn right into my center backs or whoever and run at the goal. Usually that's going to be taken, but again, in bad gameplay especially, or if you have a bigger, stronger player, sometimes you can like nudge the player off the ball, but you're just running in a straight line, you're spamming through balls. One of the dudes, if you look up, like Jambu did a great video. He played an opponent that did this to a T, and Jambu had like 80% possession and lost like, I think it was like 5 or 6-2 or something. And those are the rats you're gonna have to play sometimes. It just is what it is. But the reason I play like this is because that's what creates that football I'm talking about with the great passing. More realistic, right? Because you're not gonna see. Holland doesn't. Now I'm not saying they haven't done it because Man City has great passers. He scored a few, but even when like Holland in real life, you don't see just Man City sit back with half their team and then just kick the ball to Holland. It doesn't work. And then Holland, if he does get it, he's not just going to turn straight into a defender, even as big and strong as he is. He's going to spin around them, then get his shoulder in there, whatever. That's the thing you're battling. So I'm going to get into a game right now. Let me disconnect. I'm going to keep talking to you, but I want to show you this. And then that's how I would try to emulate your team. Now, if you want to go wider, just remember, in this 4-2-3-1 wide, it's the same setup except for it's just wider. In the 4-2-1-3, those wing mids, Malin and Hansen for me, these two, become left and right wings. So this setup is one, like this isn't even in UFL, for example, and this is a newer FC setup. But why it works is because these two wing mids become wingers, and they almost sit in the gaps naturally between the center backs and the defenders where I like them to be at. It's just why I like this too is because one, Malin doesn't have the wing spot. I'd have to sub him out to use 4-2-1-3, but on top of that, because there's that bigger gap there, it leaves room for Hasagawa to run through sometimes all the way in between like Malin and Gio, and I like that too. So watch a couple games and then determine it, and then if you can get into it and they're truly there, and if I can truly play, like this is more my tester too, because I don't like constantly switching. I got to commit to one because then you get used to the muscle memory. You get used to, if you're going to create content, it's harder to go from game to game to game. But if I'm truly going to help people, that's what I have to do. Whether it's going all the way, all in on manager mode and then showing players how I make it the most realistic and have the most fun, or going all in on Evolutions of Glory or all in on eFootball. But there's not as many options. Like, for instance, if I didn't have this Evolutions of Glory, I could still create the tactics in my way, but I wouldn't be able to. I feel like that it's lacking. FC's lacking too much in the tackle department, whereas eFootball is pretty in depth, and so that's where I make up for it with the evolutions and stuff. Like that's the off the pitch stuff I like focusing on. So you just got to determine if you're into that or not. Maybe you like better the boxes and doing that, but I don't think, especially with the way FC is, bro. It's super hard to try to, and they do this on purpose. It's super hard. It would be super hard for you to try to keep up with eFootball while keeping up with this, especially with the controls and the pace of the game so different. You would have to choose. So just make sure before you do it. Do it though. Like you might get in a couple games and say, "Screw this, dude," and then I'm back, and then there would be no hard feelings. But if I'm truly going to help you advance, that's what it'd have to be. And not to mention, I have to truly advance too. But you got to make sure, first of all, like you don't even have your system yet set up. We don't even have, and that's where you'd have to kind of to learn to decide. So that's where you're a little behind on that, but it's not a big deal because your division will match that. You're going to be playing other players that are at that level, so you'll be fine. If you choose to, though, but that's what you ultimately got to choose. But I'll walk you through it as I'm playing and stuff like that, and then look to set up your team. And then, like I said, if you truly want to get into it, either start in squad battles or at this point, bro, just get in after you change.
I'm in a rivals game right now, bro. I'm trying to see what's up.
All right, cool. All right, let me know the result afterwards, and then I'm going to get into a game, and then we'll talk, and then you let me know the honest truth, and we'll go from there, bro.
Okay.
Heck yeah, Phil. Good luck, buddy.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
No problem. Yeah, so that's my biggest thing, bro, is that I'd rather, if Phil doesn't end up liking this, I don't want to force it. Like, I don't want, same with Boomfo, dude. He's one of the best guys to talk about with football, him, Phil, these guys. But if these guys end up saying, screw this, maybe they don't play it either, but they just follow it, because that's how I am. I like, dude, I follow so much stuff that I don't do, and it's interesting because I don't know as much. So I'm not even saying that it's not that, but the last thing I want to do is, like, Phil really likes eFootball, but he's just trying to stay tuned because I've helped him out, and I appreciate that he respects that. But the last thing I want to do is force someone in, especially when I'm still trying to make up my full mind. And I know Big Phil's been playing. Big Phil's been playing. Nice, Boomfa. eFootball and enjoying it. So I just want to make sure. So he's in a rivals match right now. I'm getting into another champs game. But so far, the gameplay is good enough and the players are good enough. Now, it also helps me. I got to get away a little bit from the rats because, unfortunately, these rat losers, instead of just answering, even when I'm offering them money and stuff like that, are trying to, like, just speak truthfully. If they can't handle the truth, it's like you're fine with cheating, essentially. You're ruining the game for everyone, but you can't handle someone coming at you. But I got to lay off on it, and my recommendation to anybody else who's doing it would be lay off because we might be trying to have conversations like I'm calling these rats out, but we live in such a sissy world. Once they report you, dude, it's game over. So there's a lot that I'm trying to work on because I don't want to get other people going down that path, right? If anything, let me take one for the team so if any of my accounts get screwed up, I can get a new one and you don't have to. But that's my biggest goal. I mean well, but people will mistake it for, why are you complaining? Why are you flip-flopping games? Why'd you say this game was good, now you're not playing it? It's like, I'm literally making an effort to find the best football game and trying to find the good in it, trying to find things that can be done to make the games more fun, like stuff like that, right? That's what I'm trying to do. And along the way, it's obviously a lot harder with the ratty players, so that's where that comes in. That's why I take it so personal, because we had a time when people, like, being a rat wasn't cool. Like, playing real football was the cool thing. Oh! Good D. Good run, Xavi. Good manual run. Should have canceled that. Should have canceled that skill move. What the hell were you going for there, buddy? Good. See right around there. Oh. Get out of here. Not against this center back, boy. Good. Look at that. What the? No way. Xavi, we got to have a talk. You sold, bro. Look at that. She's beautiful. Beautiful defender that is. And a person, though, right? What's wrong with that? Good ball. Look at that ball. Oh, oh, baby. But we got to get that ball in the back of the net, eh? No way you just got that lucky. Good ball. Look at that. Look at that. You don't even know what he just did. Oh, what the fudge happened there? Was that some glitch shit? What a run. No. Beautiful manual work. Just. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. Look, I'll do the same thing, watch. Trash can player, bro. That's it. Just sitting on the backfield being a bum. Zero football, though. Zero football, but that's what we're going to face. Oh, and that was through. Hey, this is what I do when I play low skill rats, right? But this is like a charitable effort. I think you're trash, and so I'm offering you $500 if you show me a good rank, good champs, good division with your PSN. So it's a way that like I point out the players who are terrible at football, but like spam through balls, or the players who basically make the game pointless, right? Because you still don't go anywhere even though you don't play with skill. So I offer you money to show how bad you are. Obviously, if you were able to prove me wrong, you would send, look at all my skill, look where I get to with my through ball spamming, and then boom, you get money. So I try to call out the rats while being charitable, if that makes sense. Also, if you think I'm wrong and want to show skill in how you play, obviously you'd have to show that you actually win more than just a few games too. But once you did that, you're welcome on the channel to commentate and show us your skill watching the game back. Let me know. Alright, invitations out. Oh, come on. A little bit. Not terribly. Not terrible. He's just got Claudia with the old through ball spamming method, and it's working out. Like that. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of trying to play football. Just spamming trash. Alright, we got one back, boys. So that's all he's doing. Instead, so where I'm trying to like pass a move, he's just spamming through ball. But it's not terrible lag or nothing. Oh, that's my fault. Thought he was going to overcommit. Offsides. How is he not offsides, bro? I gotta figure this out. What a goal. That's what I'm talking about, baby. What a goal. Alright, I gotta pull my center backs are screwing up. I gotta see which center back is doing that every time. Just like that, boys and girls. What do you think about that? See what I'm saying, Boom? For the gameplay's fixed, I think, bro. That's why I wish you could still play. I've been asking guys to test it out. I haven't heard back from Kami either. But I swear to God, I don't know what EA Sports did, or if like I just got a new server opened up. You know what I mean? Whatever they did, they didn't announce doing anything to fix it. But as long as I shore up those damn through balls, I'll be okay. What in the hell? How, bro? How is he getting by that? That's so weird to me. I'm right on him, right? Am I misseeing that? Am I misseeing? Is there like a... I guess I gotta let my AI defend there. Yeah, trash can player doing this shit. You always know a rat. Notice I always call him out, though. No! That go in? Oh my god, dude. It's just those through balls every time, bro. That's it. Zero anything else. It's just the through balls. That's it. Look at that. My players run into each other. It's got to be the lag then, right? Look, it is the lag. Holy shit. Look at the delay. That pass didn't go off. Unbelievable. So I guess it's delaying my defenders. Do you think... Look at how quickly they responded. That's all he's doing is being a rat loser with that. Look, he's going to play that. Look. Look, it is the lag. He knows exactly what he was doing. I knew. How the fuck does he know that, though? To play like that. So if I just spam this. Wow. It's all lag, guys. Every time with these losers, that's all they're doing is knowing you're delayed and taking advantage of it. Look, my tackles aren't going off. Look, I read it too. Look at that. Look, notice how his tackle went off and mine didn't. It's all lag. That's it. It's all lag. I couldn't switch my player up. What a fucking loser. I knew it. I was like, dude, no players can just do that. Zero skill, zero football. Zero skill, zero football. How did you know that? I'd say like, this is probably like 50. But it was deceiving though, because I couldn't switch my players like very subtle when he was playing that ball. It was very subtle. But look, I'm gonna show you guys how right I am here, because he's gonna look at it's like a little bit of slow motion. Look, see how my players aren't making runs. I mean, I don't know. I put 3 pretty good goals on him, but look, this is where we prove it. This is where we prove he's trash right here. But don't worry about it though, because what can you do? You can't control that. So just don't even worry about it. How could you tell that, though? I couldn't even really tell except for the through balls that kept going through no matter what. It's like, what's going on here? He's Division 7, guys. I rest my case. I rest my case. Division 7. So let's look. So he said Division 7. Let's look at how many hours he spent being a rat loser. Oh, he hit it, of course. I'm trying to get him on. Right. Exactly. It's going to happen. So, guys, listen. I haven't played in how long? You guys watch me play Rivals. So, let's look. Bro, you realize on this account that I just came back to after not playing, on stream, I climbed through a whole division, and I'm literally miles ahead of you in divisions. How would that be possible if you weren't trash? I know you're basically admitting that you're a rat, but I'm saying, why play like that to be a low division nothing when you could play real football and you would get higher? Look at my division compared to you. That means how many more wins than you? I feel like that's a fair question. So, guys, if anybody's like, well, bro, he beat you fair and square, bro, every one of those would get scooped up by a defender every single time. He's a Division 7. Just in not playing the game and coming back after, what was that, 1 week, 2 weeks, or whatever, and climbing. Look, I walked through Division 5 like it was nothing. I'm 3 divisions ahead of this dude that I just played. Every single thing he did would get him destroyed. So that just goes to show you. But what's the point of being a rat? So what is the point? You play for rat wins. 0 football. Then you lose game after game. And you call that fun? What if you weren't a loser and tried to play actual football? No way you could be worse with your rank and division. But you don't even think about that. Where am I wrong, guys? I feel like I made some good points there. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. So whenever I ask these rats that, so I'm in Division 4. I'm 4 divisions ahead of you, you idiot. He says, "You're buns." I'm so many divisions ahead of him. So think about that. Think about that after a game going, "Oh, you just play bad." Bro, there's no way you would be that many divisions behind and finish like with 6-7 wins in champs. Dude, I get 10 wins in my sleep. Even with this team. There's no way. There's no way that you would be. It's purely off of lag wins. Loser, I see and know based on our matches. I know how matchmaking works. Let's try to get him on. Trying to get him on to talk. You would be. Look, see how these rats are? But whatever. Whatever. Well, I tried, guys. But anyway, so I would love an explanation, right? So if you've played we've been playing the same hours, it's around the same thing, and then you're that many divisions, that many wins behind. Bro, that's a lot. So yeah, somebody disrupts it. Now, you saw I scored 3 goals there, dude. If I made some adjustments, or once I get my team sorted, you got to think. Like, I'm nowhere near full strength with my team. I still put 3 on them. I 100% think I could have beat that guy in a different game, you know. Especially with how bad he is, division and skill-wise. I mean, he was terrible. But you also got to somewhat turn into a rat a little bit, too. But it was pissing me off because Tarsiane's a beast, especially at grabbing those, and they weren't even sticking their foot out. They were doing nothing. But then you got to think that little slight delay, which he knew, of course, that makes all the difference in the world, bro. Those milliseconds. That's why that setting I showed you with pass lock animation start, that's why it makes such a difference. I'll have a video coming out on just that soon. It makes such a difference when the millisecond difference from switching to your intended passing target at the animation start as opposed to late, as opposed to after the ball's kicked. It gives you those extra milliseconds to come to the ball, to turn your hips out in. And that's the same with that little delay that these losers play and use as an advantage. Typically speaking, the defenders are going to get their legs out. That's why I was pointing out when his defender made those little animation tackles where he would lunge out and put his leg out and all that. I have all those. Look, I have all the play styles, right? I have block and jockey, anticipate plus, and bruiser, right? Look at Tarsiane. Anticipate. Interception. That's where they stick their foot out. And they're just letting it go through. No animations. Even the ones where you remember I was calling them out. I'm making those tackles and he's just walking into me. Pure delay. And the losers who walk into you know it. If you have a player that's still trying to dribble around you and you just can't, the tackles don't go through, well, if they were rats, they wouldn't try to dribble around you. They would know they could go through you. Rats like this with the name Ooga Booga, you saw where he says, "Don't hurt me, I'm a bean." The bottom line is, doesn't matter what's said. What matters is what is shown. Your record, your rank, the level where you play at to like where you're at, like obviously, it just shows where you are. You could say you're the worst player in the world and you're getting one win just to act like you're a troll, or you could say you're the best player in the world. Doesn't change the fact that you're a low division, low rank rat loser that's playing for wins because of delay. So it is it is totally what it is. The chance to get $500 sent, even if it was just, let's say I'm lying, which I'm not. I'm literally on stream right now on everything. You would still send that picture. If all I had to do, if someone's legitimately on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, and all you had to do is send a picture to prove me wrong, a snapshot on your PlayStation, to get $500, you would definitely do it. So the fact is, you just proved our point entirely. From how you're acting, from not sending the picture, from what we saw and how you played. So yeah, enjoy being a loser, bro. Good luck. And you guys, again, tell me where I'm wrong with that. I think that's a perfect way to do it. If I'm ever wrong, someone goes like this. Look. Take screenshot of this screen right here. And remember, I haven't been playing, so I'm not even at my... Look at the division I'm in. So even if the dude was in Division 6, right? 7, whatever he's in, he would send the picture. Champs, look at my champs, guys. I'm 500. Still nothing. So you do the math. Very easy to tell the players who are playing, because if you can't play in a certain way in certain games, and if you can only win that way in certain games, and it's not skill. You see what I'm saying? There's no only in good gameplay I can do this skill. Like that's no. And dribbling through a defender, by the way, is never a skill. Even though that dude was just a through ball guy, but I couldn't figure out why there was no reaction. There is nothing. Now those through balls are overpowered right now, period. But against a crap player like that shows it, you can always recover from those. Alright, let's see how our squad does in this one. I gotta stop this. Start the new one. And that's why I like keeping my ping on 2 to show. But there's still players out there that don't understand how your opponent's ping affects you. He's got them Bobster against my Evo team. Let's see how it goes. Usually, Xavi makes great runs there, bro. Yeah, I mean, I still put 3 on him there. That could easily been more in other circumstances. See? Perfect example. Did you see what Agbedo did there? Did you see the difference there? Did you see how he stuck out that simple animation, bro? That simple animation's not there. Look, this is one of these typical, he's just going to look for through balls every time. Oh, offsides. I should have diagonaled it more. Read it. Knew right where he was going. Oh, no way. You lucky prick. That last one I came back and made it 3-3. And then once again, dude. So think about that. That could have went either way for a minute there. The last one, you know what I mean? Oh! Good Gwyn. Gwyn's an absolute monster. Oh my god. Here we go again with this, though. Fortunately. Hopefully I just fat-fingered that. Good, Malin. There's that explosiveness. And remember, he's not even fully evolved. Oh! Bravo. Good run, Malin. How? I got to get Malin out of there. He's just not evolved yet. He's explosive and does good, but after that, he's kind of missing that the ability to do anything else. Good. See how she does? See what I'm saying? That automatic animation. You see what I mean? That's what I was missing. There, she was just kind of letting players like my center backs were just not moving. It was like they weren't doing anything. Goal. They weren't doing anything. You see the difference, Boomfa? And players like this, they know that. But, dude, this Malin card's going to be a beast. The fact that he's already playing this good, I love it. But, yeah, when they keep playing that over and over and over, and you have your beast center backs right there that would easily intercept those, you wouldn't want to lose the ball. These players know when it's working. So they'll know when the player's intercepting, and then when they're not, they go, oh, perfect, boom. It's that simple, guys. You see what I mean? But other than that, Jean Francis, I'm keeping her in. She's been playing beastly. Let's see if it makes a difference if I put, for instance, like a Camavinga in. He's a beast too, but let's see if he stands out as much. I haven't even been putting Ramirez in, who's more of a holding type. Crap, I got to redo those subs. That's the thing about FC is they won't go through unless you click out of the screen. Nazareth. Camo, because I want to keep the... Yeah, and just the fact that I'm playing and still able to move and stuff on, and with a team that's less than, you know, this isn't the best Kim team either. I'm able to play with them. Oh, no way. Trying to get those balls squeezed past those midfielders are hard to do. I'm learning my lesson. But look, she'll squeeze this one through. See what I mean? They'll squeeze them through on the sideline, but not in the middle. I don't know why. What the fuck? A little delay there, but that's okay. Oh, dancing too much. Shouldn't have got so pretty with it. Should have shot it. Because of that, 1-1. It's my fault. It's what I get for goofing around. No way, guys. What the? Dude, I can't catch a break. This is all these losers are doing. Is just going for this over and over. I got to figure out a way to stop it. Zero football. I'll be smoking them the whole time. But that's the problem. That's the one thing about the current gameplay that everyone's having problems with. Oh my god, dude. And then I got that. Losers, bro. Period. Fucking joke, dude. Joke. 2 shots. Just parking the bus and then running through. I'll get it back. Alright, let's battle second half. 2-1 down against a trash player. But that's what I get for playing around. I think I've played this before. Said you were so good. Let's see if we can get him on to talk to him while we play. What the fuck? Oh my god, guys. And then she ran into him for no reason. Oh my god, I can't catch a fucking break. See what I'm saying? I can play like that too, little bitch. The last one was in too, but she ran into him for no reason. Here we go again. What the fuck? I don't even know what that was, guys. I don't even know what's going on here, dude. Do you see that delay that I'm talking about? I don't get it. It's like the random... Look, it's just this random shit. This has gotta... There's no way that's just on purpose where the players just all of a sudden stop moving for passes. I can't wait to talk to this guy. I think he's got it too. Did you see how they randomly just stop? Oh my god, dude. It's a joke. Look at this. That's all he's going for. It's no skill whatsoever. Look at that. I stole the ball. He's just running into me. A fucking little lag-ass loser. Oh my god. He just ran right into me. Look at it. It's pure lag. That's all he's doing. Pure lag loser. Period. Let's end this. See if, since he didn't answer, see if that was... Pure lag loser ran right into me. Another low division fucking loser player, period. Another low division loser player. This is what Jambu was talking about right here. 0 football, 0 point, by the way. You're in. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Look at that. And he doesn't get punished because of the fucking lag. And he doesn't get punished. Another lag fucking loser every time. There's no way these players don't do this on purpose, bro. Look, they're always the same. Good reaction. Oh my God. Only in these games does that happen every time. Look, he just tried to just run through me again. Oh my God, I can't do nothing. If I send him because of the delay too early, it's offsides. If I don't send him, you see what I'm saying? Or if I send him when I should, it's offsides. If not, his defender's in the way. And then he just runs straight into me. 0 skill whatsoever. So easy to read and beat. Look at that. So easy to read and beat every time. Look at that. Look at instant reactions. Look how bad he is. And then he just has to run out because I'm so delayed. He just has to run out. You guys have seen me take 100 of those. Is that ever how I'd finish? Look, I beat him, and I couldn't do nothing. Look, I couldn't do nothing. I beat him and couldn't do nothing because of the delay. Wide open shot. Offsides by a mile. I couldn't do nothing. I'm in the 6. Unbelievable. It's these players causing this, guys. It's these players causing this. Look, same thing again. It's the same thing over and over. These lag rat losers are causing this. Period. These lag rat losers are the ones causing this shit. These trash can pieces of shit are causing. I guarantee this is going to be another low division piece of trash that can't just compete. It's the same way every single time, guys. The same low division lag rate. I know that I'm playing an evolution team, low chemistry and all that, but it's the same thing every single time. Go look at his Bellingham goal. And then go look at the just enough delay. He's a dog piece of trash player. There's no way you're going to tell me it's a coincidence. Dog trash low division player, period. Look at the delay! Look at the delay! Look at this. And then I couldn't even tackle him afterwards. Off of a goal kick, guys. Look, I can't even go to the next pass. Unbelievable. Trash can losers, bro. Trash can losers, period. Look at this turn. Boom. Didn't turn into him, did I? Didn't turn into him. Didn't have to do what he did with his... Didn't run into him. Look. Sharp turn. Get out of here, little bitch. Fucking trash can losers, bro. Zero skill. Let's get Marta in there, see what she can do. Let's get Ramirez. Oh my god. Won't even let me get the right. Let's do it. Trash can losers every time. Going for lag shit. Unbelievable. Yes, you're in. Ha ha ha! That's how you play football, you little bitch. Manual. Battling lag rats and all. Look at how glitchy. Look what the fuck is this showing. This is how you battle these lag rats. But notice I'm battling. What the? Oh my god. Every fucking time with the delay. What? Oh my god. Look at that. Thank god he saved it. They called a foul on me? What the fuck happened there? Come on. No way. How would he win that over me there? He knows I'm lagged. Look, I got this big... Look at this. I won that one, though. Come on. Come on. Good. Look at this. Look at this. That's my center back. I got my center back on a run. Agbado wins the header, and then I held L1. Agbado wins the header, and I held L1. Oh, we gotta save that. Agbado wins the header, and then I hit L1. Oh, what the fuck? I just stole it. What the hell was that? Look at these rats just don't stop. Guys, Agbado wins the header and I held L1. That was beautiful football, beautiful timing. I roped in the wing back, sent it through. He's like, oh, Gio, he ain't going to give it to Agbado, who's got like 40 finishing. Let's look at his shooting real quick. Oh, no matter what happens, bro, that made it worth it. Agbado, where's his shooting at? Where's his shooting at? They don't even have shooting for him because why would he ever shoot? Agbado, where's his shooting at? Long shots are finishing 67. 43 long shots. That wasn't a long shot, but still. Agbado. That's what you get when you're a rat loser, period. Now I'll show you my defensive thing, but see how everyone's short? Good, Kika. How do you like this, Rat? Look, he's playing all the way back, trying to counter me still, guys. That's all he knows how to do. He's just like that last run. Look at this. The game's on the line, and he don't even know what else to do. Look. Oh, my God. The game just got super heavy. Look, the game just got super heavy. Look, my players can't even pass it. This dude knows what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's lagging the game out, guys. Holy shit. Do you see the ball go in slow motion? This is proof they know what they're doing. But I got my team in such good defensive shape. Look, the wing mids are like wing backs. The wing mids are like wing backs. Look, look, look how bad the delay is. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. The passes, you seen the passes just roll by? Who said there wasn't hackers in this game? Who said there wasn't hackers? Who said there wasn't hackers? Did you see the pass just roll by my player? Look, let's see if it goes again. You see the passes rolling by my player? Oh my God, I'm so glad I got this recorded, guys. When does that ever happen? The passes just rolling by players. That's crazy. And the game's over. Look, you don't even know how to play if you can't just run through. Look, I'll manually defend him one-on-one. Oh, dang it. He got my Agbato, but I'm delayed like crazy. Agbato don't care. You got the game winner, baby. Woo! That feels good. It's almost better that way, Agbato with the game winner. He didn't even know what to do. He was still at 3-5 sitting back, wanting me to run into him so he could spam through balls. Guys, did you see? I'm going to watch these back with you. Look at how bad the game started lagging. I'm going to show you where it was just rolling by my players. I'm going to go back and show you. Man, that was some beautiful football there, too. Some beautiful football. That was the rattiest rat game ever. But this is what I mean. You can't do this in the other games. Able to battle back. That was the biggest nightmare I've ever seen. So watch this. I mean, does it suck playing with a team like this? But I'll take it. 5-4. So if we're aiming for 10 wins with this team, right? We're on 23 chem. We got 2. I mean, we're way behind the power curve, but I don't care. I'm going to get this team to be B status. It's way more fun playing with them. Way more fun. Especially when you beat a rat loser like that. Now, I'm going to show you what I mean, too. So for anybody out there, it's like, oh, well, for one, everyone's been talking about this shit. For one, I just was way ahead of the game with it, and I don't bite my tongue. Damn, when are these evolutions going to be done, bro? One more there. Oh, I got an assist one with her on this one. I'll probably do that in a squad battles match just to get it out of the way. Just get out of the way. And then one more, and then Malin will have his full Evo. So that's cool. Alright, then I'm going to go to that game and show you guys this. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here we are. Window capture. Boom. Okay. So, for one, I want to go all the way. I could show you lag shit all the way throughout. But, first of all, we got to watch Agbato's beautiful goal again. All right, so the corner, the first one he sends, by the way, remember, he's sending these corners. The first one he sends, Aguado's a beast in the air, and my Aguado doesn't react. Luckily, the second one, bad corner, send whatever happened, but watch this. He has to pay for his treachery. Watch this. Look at Aguado. Remember this. Aguado wins it. Now I pressed L1, so look at Aguado. Makes his run immediately. Manual run with Claudia. Remember, I subbed Claudia because he was just doing the more through ball spamming. Then because of Aguado's run, it works out perfectly. Ends up being the game winner. Look at that. Hansen, beautiful timed ball. Puts that Nike metallic ball right in the back of the net. All right, now I want you to watch something. So here we go. So I subbed Claudia in and move, and then put Kia, and I subbed out Gio early because he was another Gia or a through ball spammer type like the last guy. I wanted to prove a point. Okay, I don't even know how many goals Claudia had. Honestly, I think Kika kind of played better. I can't remember. But anyway, let's watch. So I have it on defensive, right? So my wingers come back, like wide midfielders come back in defense. So they're almost like wing backs, as you can see. So it's almost like a 6-back. So watch what he does, guys. Watch the passes. This is why you got to do stuff like this. Watch my passes. Look at the slow motion. You see the screen glitching out? This is what these guys do. I don't know if they like what they do to mess with their connection, okay? But this is what they do. Look at the slow motion. Look at this. Now watch when I start passing the ball around after this. Watch this. My players are randomly going to just miss the ball. Watch. Starting about right now. Watch this. They're just randomly, watch. They're just going to randomly miss the ball. Watch this. See that? They're just going to randomly miss it. It's going to happen over and over. See? And this is when I was showing you guys. Watch the glitchy on this. Watch the glitchiness. You go a whole game without it. You got a player running into you, scoring goals and stuff. And magically in this game, if this happens, give me a break. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't mess with his own connection too. But he's pushing his players. He's trying to get me to mess up. Right? Because that's what he's done the whole game. I'll have a wide open pass and it takes 6 seconds to pass and then he gets the ball. This type of thing right here, right? If I'm not lagged out of my mind, I don't got to do stuff. Remember earlier that game where I was winning and then the dude scored and I said, I'm not just going to hold it. I'm going to attack him. And if he gets the 2 goals, he gets the 2 goals. I have no problem playing regular football. But when you have rats that are looking for to rush you and run into you because you're delayed before your player can pass it, like this player did all game, and then next thing you know, you're going to tell me it's a coincidence that of all the games, this one. Watch the screen drops. Watch the screen shaking. Watch the ball go in slow motion. My player's randomly missing it. I went from whooping him 5 goals on him to I couldn't even get it over half field if I wanted to. And look at his sharp movements. You're telling me this is a coincidence. If this was the whole game, I couldn't have put 1 in on him. And that's what I mean with the last player, those rats that I've called out. They can't win if you can move. They can't win. And if they were skilled players, then they would still be going around you doing skill moves to beat you. When they are running into you, right? When they are running into you, when they aren't even trying to run around you, when they aren't in position to win the ball, but they still sprint ahead and try to run into you, and magically they get there before you can pass because you're delayed. They wouldn't do that if they weren't knowingly trying to take advantage of bad service, a bad connection, a bad gameplay. And how, if these players can't, whether they run it on a hotspot, purposely run something to bog down their connection because they know it slows down the game. If that wasn't the case, guys, why would this random stuff happen? All of a sudden my players are glitching out, the screen's shaking. You're telling me that's just a coincidence? Give me a break. I have no doubt that it affects him too, but he's already getting his ass whooped, so of course he's going to do something. Because then if he takes away the skill, and that's how he's used to playing, where he can just run through everybody, right? Then that's what they're going to do, and that's what these losers do. Is it pointless? Yes. But when I call it out, it's not excuses. It's not only when you... Oh, notice I won and I'm still talking about it. People always like to say that one. Oh, magically when you win, it wasn't bad. That was terrible gameplay. I won the game 5-3. Do you hear me talking about it, you morons? I think you do. Right? And this really, if you break it down and you aren't being a troll and you really watch, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, is this type of shit in every game? Yes. But what makes this more tolerable is because in the other games, you can't fight through it. There's nothing you could do against it. In UFL, you can't do anything about Lampard taking an automatic 40-yard goal type of shot because he's got that certain perk, which you're basically buying a player to have automatic 40-yard goals. It's dumb as hell. Automatic under 40% powered finesse shots that go in for the players with that perk. And you can't do nothing about it, right? The automatic crosses that turn into automatic goals. Like, there's no such thing as that. But in UFL they have it. Good luck. That's the no-skill player game. eFootball has turned into, PES was great, but eFootball has turned into just a straight ratty mess too. Automatic through balls that slow your defense down. Automatic link-up play passes that make the play that's the link-up between the two players easier to connect. Your defenders will just let them go basically sometimes. Right? And then you can't do what I did in this game because there's no manual control. AI controls everything. How I sent Agbedo on that run, I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have triggered. Well, no, yeah, I could have with L1. I couldn't have done that manual run with Claudia, taking her from the center to the right mid spot. She wouldn't have done that without me locking onto her and moving her all the way across the pitch, which pushed Hansen to the middle. I couldn't have done that. All I could have done is pass to her in the middle, then press super cancel and came to the ball, which isn't enough because he had, 2-3 players right in the middle. I needed to get away from them. That ability doesn't occur in eFootball because you don't have the manual control. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you guys understand why I take it so personal and go so hard on these rats, because they're wasting all of our time and ruining a game for nothing. They don't play like this and get to the highest level where they're addicted to being that high level player. They're way lower divisions than myself, than even a lot of you guys. They're complete losers. They're doing it for no other reason, right? They're not the guys who grew up playing these games that were clearly had glitches like all the games growing up did, right? And we would ban those because that wasn't real football, real sport. When we play out in the yard, we wouldn't let cheaters play, right? These losers are like, oh, I suck at football or soccer, so I might as well just pick up the ball and run it in the goal. Like, oh, I can do it if I want to. I threw it in the net, right? There's no referee here. I can do it if I want to. No, dude. We're competing in something. If you're going to do that, then we might as well forget it. And I'm just going to say I scored a goal and not even shoot it in. Why can't I just do that then? Let's just do whatever the fuck we want then. It's not the sport at that point. You see what I'm saying? I'll just tackle you to the ground and start punching you in the face, and when you can't go on, that means I win. There you go. That will be the new sport, since we're just making up shit, right? You can't run through defenders. There's no automatic goals, right? There is no one player's delayed, so when they try to pass, you can see where they're going. There is, oh, it's not my fault, I'm just taking it. No, you're a loser. You're just taking shortcuts. You're not even playing the sport at that point. For no reason. Because you don't care. Like, you think winning for nothing is worth it when you're not even playing the sport. Go flip a coin and beat yourself at that since you want to win at something. It's the same purpose. I rest my case. Hopefully you guys get it. If not, this probably isn't the right channel for you. So, if you do get it, please like the video. Please subscribe. More coming from our Evolutions to Glory. We'll end on that big win over a rat-a-tat-tat. And we'll keep going with this. This is really just about solidifying the team, getting some of these evolutions finished, figuring out what we're going to do, because the lower chem does hurt us. But it's more of a trial period, and overall, I'll take it. The fact that I can stream and play even as good as I could tonight, I'll take it as a blessing. So we'll be back. We're almost done with our evolutions. Then we have a couple more coming. Not players that will go in the starting lineup per se, but when we're done with these, we have a couple more silver players that we're going to set up for future Evos that could be huge. Yeah, man, I just can't wait to. I mean, there's so much cooking up in the squad. Then eventually we have all the silver icons, so we'll eventually be able to Evo them. Like, look, this Krejci card's gonna eventually be amazing. This Agumang, she was a beast for the longest time. Look how many goals she has for me, right? 134 goals in 138 games, 69 assists. Pretty damn good. So far, she's my MVP of attacking for sure. This Krejci card, this mini card, they're already looking juicy. They're going to be even better. This Makango went from a silver to this. He's going to be a beast. This Colo, I have a feeling, could be a beast, right? All these probably have a little while to go. Maybe Kwanzaa could be coming up for an evolution, right? This Udogi, I can't wait to evolve him. This Douglas Luiz fits in one that I did Gene Francis, but he could eventually be a beast. Goulier, we had him earlier, special card. This Andre Santos could be a beast, right? I mean, there's a lot. Adama Traore always can be at least a super sub. Of course, yeah, I keep Renato Sanchez around because he's a legend in FC. Just a great body type, moves great in the central midfield if I want to use him. You saw me purchase this Justin card. We're going to boost him. He could get a combo tomorrow. But I also have in the transfer list, I'll show you that next. But I want to show you all these. I think it starts today or tomorrow, right? But we have a squad full of these beasts. Look at this. The Pele, the Carl. We have everybody. So I cooked that up too. And let's see when that starts. Because those silver cups are fun as well. I mean, they're sweaty, but they're fun as well. And those absolutely, eventually they're going to, after these silver cups, they're going to let us evolve them. You know they will. And we'll have our own beast. So make sure you do those. World Tour Silver Superstars League. 16 hours. So it starts what? Tomorrow, I guess, right? So after that too. And then really it's the beauty of having evolutions. You don't got to worry about all these rewards and playing this or that, which I like. The football's the forefront, not play this, get this reward, and this reward, and this reward, and this reward, you know? So that's where we're at, man. Cannot wait. We'll keep rocking and rolling. Let's see what we got in here. Got a while till some more players. I want to try this Igor. I think he could end up being good. See what he looks like. 5'6", 90-86 shooting, dude. He could end up being a beast, guys. Oh my god, he could end up being a total beast. Inside forward plus. Dude. Liga 1 Brazil. Then we have a Brazilian left back, Carlos Augusto, looking like a beast as well. Six foot. Can also play center back. Jockey plus, kind of like a Koundé. No defender plus, but that's okay. Alright, I see you. How many more days are left? 11 days only. I may not get to them because remember I took those breaks. So I'm definitely not getting to the end. I shouldn't even have bought this. Definitely won't get to Fabinho or Marta. Even though Fabinho wouldn't really have a spot. But that's the beauty of doing the evolutions too. I'm not, if I don't get to him, so what? Oh well. Sweeper keeper. Man, I really wanted that though for my 11 days. Damn. Damn. I don't care. Rodrigo, I don't care. Not really worried about them. Yeah, I shouldn't even know, but this is a shitty one. But, dude, then again, I think that was paid for the, let me see. No, she was the free card. He was a premium, and he ain't worth shit. I don't really like him. Oh, well, let me see him since I already got him. I like her way better, dude. So glad I came back and beat that rat, though, man. What a good way to end the stream on this one. Oh, dang it. Man. Sorry, dude. Sorry, guys. I hate when I do that. I was showing the season pass stuff. No big deal. It's just I was showing the center back. You guys have seen me playing the Tarkane or whatever her name is. She's from the free pass, so you guys will eventually get her if you don't have her already, too. Nice. Might end up making my own free Gakpo who can be a beast as well. Schlotterback's note can be a beast at center back. So yeah, this Evolutions to Glory has a lot of promise to it. So it's Evolutions first and foremost, then SBCs and season pass cards. That's it, right? If we absolutely have to, we buy cards on the market. But typically speaking, typically speaking, it's just Evolutions. So then, what was I gonna? Oh, I was gonna show you this. So tomorrow, apparently, a huge left back Evo's coming. So I got Lorente, who I'll either Evo one of the ones I have, like a Mindy, and chain it together and make an absolute, or I'll Evo Theo, Lorente, or Balde, one of these three. But as you can see, I loaded or Frimpong, loaded like 150k, 180k, or 150, one of them worth of left backs. And when this Evo comes out, I'll either make coins on them or I won't. If I don't, I don't care because I can get plenty of Evos, right? So, 100%, we're in there. All right, Phil. Yeah, send me that game. Can you send it again on? Or no, put it in, do what you normally do, Phil. Put it on unlisted on YouTube. And then I'll break it down for you. I'd love to do that, dude. Please. I'd love to help you out. If you're really game to play, man, then I'm in it. But I'd rather you. I don't want you to feel like. I want you to play what you want to play. I want you to do what you want to do. I'm having a blast. Do these rats piss me off? Yes. But for this team to be 5-4 with where we're at, 23 chem, I mean, you see where we're at, still not budging. Like, I have one of the best defensive midfielders. I'm not even playing him, right? Malin, I have to, so you can feel where they're going to be beastly, but they're not quite there. So I try to do my best in getting them and getting used to them, but if they can't make it. But I'm having way more fun doing it. So for this type of team and where we're at, I'll take 5-4 now. We'll see how the next 6 go. It's as simple as that. Stay tuned. I'll be back on later for episode 2 of Evolutions to Glory. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe for the beautiful game, right? Check out my YouTube bio. Join my Discord. Tons of options there. Tons of ways you can support the channel and get some help yourselves. Memberships. Discord's free now. So you can come in there and be part of an awesome community. Shoot the shit. Ask questions. Get some information. For every football game, by the way. We have channels for everything. So make sure you join that. Phil, get that game on YouTube on Unlisted. I'm going to break it down for you, man. I can't wait.